gracious me!
Don't gamble with FIFA points. Head straight to the source at u7buy.com, and if you use the code TVM at the checkout, you get yourself a discount. Link in the description. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to take a look at the brand new SBC that EA dropped yesterday. Of course, I'm talking about the 89 rated Team of the Season moments, Paulinho. When I first saw this, well, in fact, you can go see my reaction to me first seeing this because it was on the Road to Glory yesterday, so go check that out. We completed it there and then as well if you want to see what team I submitted for it. It's actually coming in at around, well, it depends on your platform actually. It's 45k on Xbox and PC and then 35 on PlayStation. So it depends what platform you're on as to how much you're going to be spending on this. Of course, if you have a couple of the players already in your team to go into this, you'll make it even cheaper. Basically, the inform is what makes this not expensive because it's not, but the inform makes this a little bit pricier than an 83 rated team should be. In terms of stats, I mean, it's alright. It's nothing fantastic on paper. 3-star, 3-star, high work rates. 96 stamina, which is very nice. I actually compared it yesterday to the 86 rated inform because he got that last week, I believe. And that card was alright. I mean, he's been done a little bit dirty by EA in terms of informs this year. He should have had at least one before last week. So last week should have been an 87. Arguably, this could have been a 90. But, you know, it is what it is. It's gone up by a lot in most cases. If I go take my chem style off here because I'm on footbin, it's gone up by 3 on pace, 4 for shooting, 6 to 7 in passing, 4 to 5 in dribbling, 4 defensive, and 3 physical overall, which I think is fair. It could easily have been less considering this is only a 3 overall higher than the inform, but I think it's a pretty decent card. Now, I've gone and stuck a backbone chem style on Paulinho because I am going to use him primarily as a CDM. Now, the reason I want to do that, well, several reasons I want to do that, really. First of which, I actually had the base version, the 85, for a long period of time, right at the beginning of the game. Now, I used that for well over 100 games. In fact, he was a bit of an upgrade. I remember he cost me like 25k, but he was a big upgrade back when. We had him just before I got Fabinho. Played over 100 games with him. And been waiting for him to get in inform ever since. They brought out loads of special Talisca cards, but they never really brought out a Paulinho, which is a shame because I used to have both of those together. And then, of course, now we have this. So I kind of picked it up basically. A, it's cheap. B, it's taken me back to the beginning of FIFA 19 when the game held so much promise. Unfortunately, now it doesn't, of course. It's dead and buried almost. But if you are still playing this card on paper, you know, decent ball control, good reactions, decent composure, good dribbling. Without the chem style, the defensive stats are a little bit good heading, good jumping, good stamina, decent strength and aggression. Okay stand tackle, terrible slide tackle, terrible marking. Interceptions are okay. Stick a backbone on him, bang, you've got yourself a usable CDM. And that's what I like about him. Now, box-to-box midfielder, he could be. Cam, maybe not so much. 3-star, 3-star lets him down tremendously. Don't really want to be dealing with that. Long shots are okay. Shot power's okay. There is a clip right at the beginning, I think, of this video, or at least the beginning of the clips, where I take a shot from distance with him. And yeah, it didn't go too well. But ever since then, I kind of started hitting it in the green because I think that's what you really need to do. But ultimately, that card for about between 35 and 45k on paper at least isn't that bad. Let's get into the clips and see exactly how he performs. I kind of want to give that to Paulinho. No, don't give it to Paulinho. Or at least hit it in the green maybe. But that's his first involvement and probably his last shot I'll ever take with him. Passes are a little bit of a problem for him. I didn't do that, but we'll deal with it. Good pass out. Can we get Ronaldo up the line? He's tripped him forward. And that's like the first time ever the game has glitched in my favour. Come on, pass it. It took forever. It took so long to get the ball under control. This is where we start to fall apart in the second half. Paulinho has done so well, though, to be fair. I like trying these new cards because it kind of lowers the expectation I have of my team slightly, and that helps me tremendously when playing this game because I'm going into games with my team fully. Paulinho again to disrupt play. We've conceded, but it wasn't Paulinho's fault. It was Van Dijk for lunging at nothing. This guy is good at reading passes, which is really irritating. First time outside of the right foot, or inside of the right foot. Should have used the outside or the left, but there we are. So, into the post-com stuff we go. The clips that you just saw, not that there were many of them, but the clips you just saw were taken from a live game that I played for Road to Glory. So, yeah, make of that what you will. But I've played more since, obviously, and we've had a few games. I mean, I needed to go in and do some objectives to get the 100k pack, so that went towards it, of course, because Paulinho is first owner, so that helped. I'll be honest, I don't know whether it's just because, like I said at the beginning of the video, I've used this guy a lot in the early stages, and I don't have an emotional attachment to the player as like IRL, but in terms of FIFA, I do have a small attachment to him because I did really enjoy his card in the early stages, and I've been waiting for him to get an inform, and it just never came around. But now that he has this, I kind of wanted to like it. But I'll tell you what, he fits into my team with very minimal effort, which is something I actually really liked. It did mean I had to play Vieira at cam for a long period of time, but hey, I'm alright with that. Vieira's not a bad cam. And I don't know, I got on with him. He played CDM in a 4-2-3-1. You'd have seen the team, of course, already. But yeah, he just did a job. He no nonsense, absolutely no nonsense whatsoever. If he had a 4-star weak foot and maybe his natural defensive stats were better than what they are, not by an awful lot, but just by a little bit, I honestly feel like this would be an extremely good card. It's a shame that it's come as late as it has done. It's a shame that they just didn't go, screw it, we're going to boost things up the wazoo, and he's going to have, like basically what a backbone hat does. It's a shame that they didn't give him that before we gave him the backbone. Does that make sense? So it's a shame that he doesn't have like 90 plus stand tackle, 85 plus slide tackle and marking, 90 plus heading, and well, he does have 90 heading, but you know what I mean, and 90 plus interceptions. It's a shame he doesn't have that anyway, because then that would mean that this card would be phenomenal. I liked it though, I'm not going to lie to you. I thought it had it's not like the best card in the game, but genuinely some of the stuff that he was doing, it was almost like I had a better version of Fabinho. There are better versions of Fabinho, but like the base version of Fabinho, I'm trying to get that to 1,000 games. The only player I'm likely to get to 1,000 games, because I have nearly 900 with him right now. To be honest, whether I'll play 100 games between now and the end of FIFA, I doubt it. But it's the player that I've got closest to it, and he kind of reminds me of him, but a better version of him. Now, I've never used a better version of Fabinho, so I don't know what to make of it. But just to give you a point of reference before you decide whether you want to do this or not, I would say that he feels like a better version of that, and he would be a much, much, much cheaper version than an Inform or the Road to the Final Fabinho or something of that nature. So if you like that card and you think that this could be an upgrade, then if you've used Fabinho, better version of that, basically. Now, the negatives for me, did he feel that slow? No, not really. To be fair, he was a very solid card. I would say that his agility and his balance let him down slightly. Mobility, the game's quite heavy at the best of times anyway, so I never really know how to take that. Some games he feels okay, others he doesn't. In terms of a chem style that you're going to want to use if you don't want to use him as a CDM, my bad, hit the microphone, do apologise. You can go for the likes of a Maestro if you really want to, bump up that dribbling, get that ball control up there, the reactions, the agility goes up by 5, which is definitely helpful. Short passing goes up to 99, vision up to 91. Of course, they do that with the backbone anyway, basically. And then, of course, you're improving the long shots, shot power, and attack positioning. It actually turns into a 94 rated central midfield player. So if you are using a 4-1-2-2 or any other formation that just requires CMs, 4-3-3 for instance, then I think maybe the Maestro would be a better chem style. But, all in all, CDM is pretty much where I think he's probably best suited. A powerhouse chem style, interestingly enough, is slightly better than the backbone. It doesn't give you a defensive boost, but it does give you a +10 on vision, long passing, and then 7 on short passing. Doesn't improve the heading, but we don't need to, because he's good enough in the air anyway. And then you get 89 marking, 99 stand tackle, and 87 slide tackle. as opposed to, yeah, do you know what? I don't think he needs jumping, and I'm not sure he needs more strength. A powerhouse chem style, in my opinion, could be the way forward, not only for being a CDM, but as a box-to-box CM as well. If you don't really care too much about refining the dribbling, getting a bit more out of the agility, the powerhouse chem style could definitely be the way forward there. I would not be against that in the slightest. It's a shame he's only got a 3-star weak foot as well. That's definitely something that if I were sort of improving the card, hand picking things, I would maybe bump the agility to 80, put 75 on the balance, then give him a 4-star weak foot. Job done, great card. I mean, failing that though, to be fair, for 35, 45k, you can't really go wrong. Is this SBC worth doing? I think so personally, but that's just me. Let me know what you think of this card in the comment section down below. If you have enjoyed this review, then do me a favour and smack that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And until the next time, goodbye.